What's good, YouTube land? Larry Collector here, diving right back into some more Cybertron reviews. It's Deluxe Hotshot! And before I start hearing, before you start saying, oh, Hotshot, boo, definitely, I think, out of the three versions of Hotshot in the Unicron trilogy, the Cybertron one is arguably the best one. And here he is in his deluxe form. Unfortunately, I didn't get the quote-unquote superior toy in the Cybertron Defense Hotshot. But I saw this guy and I'm like, I like this car mode. I'm going to pick him up. So I do actually remember him from the show. I remember the specific arc of him trying to get the Cyber Planet key from the Speed Planet and him losing and then trying to find ways to win, and having to fight Megatron, who's on the floor right now, that exact Megatron. And eventually I think they won, and they won a new ally with the Queen of the Speed Planet. I can't remember her name. But here he is in his nice off blue, almost kind of like a metallic blue. Not sure what this alt mode exactly is. I'm not up on my cars. I didn't look it up, unfortunately. Thankfully, only a small amount of his original yellowing has made it onto this toy. Like this yellow highlighting this section and the kind of translucent yellow windows, and a bit on the headlights. I do have a nice little red Autobot symbol right there. Some venting right here. On the back, you kind of really don't have much other than, spoiler, or his feet. On the wheels have nice rims. He can roll alright. That's kind of really loud and obnoxious, though. Little bits of red popping through. And on the bottom, yeah, you can kind of see how everything works. This is definitely a big car, I'll say that. Compared to a lot of modern toys, this is freaking huge. Just for random size comparison, here he is with Universe Hound, and although I haven't actually done the Hound review yet, but yeah, he's a little bit longer and quite a bit bulkier. So you definitely got something nice in your hands. As for accessories, I got a Speed Planet Cyber Key, and the slot is right here, and this is probably one of the most underwhelming gimmicks you've ever seen. It just pops out a pair of translucent yellow wings to kind of give him a speed boost. So that's lame. I'm trying to see if there's anywhere to actually keep the Cyber Planet Cyber Key, because if I recall, the ones they would use were just Cyber Keys, Cyber Key Power, and the ones for the actual that belong to the planets were called Cyber Planet Keys. There's apparently a difference, but I do also have his gun, which is unfortunately translucent yellow with a red trigger and a bit of black, but it is spring-loaded, which is hilarious. And for weapon mountage, you do have a port right here, which looks dumb, as they tend to, but it's negligible, really. There we go. So, transforming him is very simple. I'll just try and fold the wings back in there. This one has a problem of not staying in. I don't know why. That one, yeah, they just don't like to stay in. So, fuck it, we'll just leave them there. So, to start, kind of get his shoulders out, his arms out of the way. And you can get him all the way out by doing that. So he's kind of doing some weird pose. Fold the windscreen back, you can kind of see the plastic underneath, which was visible in car mode. It's just, I'd rather ignore it, and you can just see his back. Fold his shoulders down, and just keep him out of the way, but you can fold him down because we have to deal with this. This is his backpack right here. And it's there we go. It's kind of a pain in the ass because it doesn't move. You have to move the legs, but it also swivels. And you leave that down, extend the legs, split the legs, flip out his feet, and there you've got attempting to dance Cybertron Hotshot in his robot mode. It's a cool robot mode. Very simple transformation. Kinda nothing interesting happens. It just takes you straight to the robot. And I don't mind that kind of transformation. Now, he is quite bulky, isn't he? He likes to do shoulder workouts, I can say that. These big two-tier blue shoulders. Kind of skinny, generic, like average waist. For some reason, red thighs and gigantic shins made out of huge chunks of the car mode. So he's basically ripe for classics or the Cybertron or Unicron trilogy deluxes of the time. Like, he's definitely another car in that line. He's nothing really special other than, you know, it's Hotshot. Look at the head. It's definitely got a bit of homage to the other Hotshots with the yellow ears and the translucent visor for no reason at all. Like, seriously, it's not even light piped in the back. There's just no reason for that to look, I think, other than it might have been that color in the show. It's been a long time since I've seen any episodes of Cybertron. But he does have nice bright green eyes and a silver face and a kind of scowl. He's not putting up with any of your shit. Detail-wise on the chest, a little bit of, I think that's silver and yellow popping through the deep blue with for some reason, a bit of red right there. Love the giant Autobot insignia on his shoulder, though. That's awesome. And the blue was also migrated to his wrists and hands. The wrists and hands are the same thing, dumbass. His wrists and forearms. On the legs, you just got a little bit of yellow and a little bit of molding. Not a lot of molding on most Cybertron toys. They're very simple, unless you're Vector Prime, which I'm not going to go grab. But you can put the weapon in his hand, sort of. Like the wheel bicep and his actual bicep kind of get in the way, so you can't really bend his arm completely. So that kind of renders the gun completely pointless. That same. Articulation wise, the head is on a swivel. It can almost, yeah, it can go 360. It's just a little bit stuck. Shoulders have that joint for transformation, but they also have a forward and backwards, which is, it can go all the way around, so he can actually, God, what was that? I don't like that. clashing plastic is not a good sound. Yeah, he can't actually point his gun forwards. You can go inwards on the arm due to transformation, and the elbows are a ball joint covered with door panels, so he can actually dab before it was ever a thing. Or I don't know what he's doing in this mode, in this position. Is he talking to his forearm? Does he have like a communicator on there? Is he talking to Optimus? Is he trying to get the space bridge set so he can return from up mission? I have no idea. It's kind of unfortunate that his wrist and forearm are just one clump. Oh well. What can you do? Although I do like that there's a bit of red on the shoulders, which, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just all screen accurate. I think that's my favorite thing about Cybertron is, like, the on-screen character models look like they were based off the toys and not the other way around. So the toys come off extremely show accurate. Hips are on ball joints, only go about that far. Nothing outwards. No knee swivel, just a barely operable hinge that goes about 90. And his foot can go backwards for transformation, so that's basically it. He's very blocky. He's very old school. He's very generic. He's a very generic deluxe, but I like him because, well, he's Hotshot. Hotshot was kind of the Bumblebee of the Unicron trilogy. Like, he was kind of the kid appeal character who nobody really liked because his toys were not that good. And, like, I don't know. It's been a long time since I paid any attention to Hotshot. But I figured I'd give him some love. And this is definitely the, I'd say one of the best, like, Cybertron was definitely the best toy line for Hotshot, because he finally got to step out on his own and not look like Bumblebee. And I haven't messed with the Cybertron Defense one, but I think that's the better toy, because it evolves from no longer as a car, it's just a weapon of mass destruction. I think it's like a APC Arms Factory thing, but yeah, you can also do that. So you can spin him right round, and yeah, that's it for this guy. He's okay. If you're into collecting Unicron trilogy and you want a Hotshot to display, this is probably, again, it's better than the Armada, and it's better than the Energon ones, let's say that. Although Beast Wars did kind of have a kid appeal character in Cheetor, he at least, like, evolved throughout the season. Like, he was given time to grow, because he was kind of like a teenager character at the start of Beast Wars. Eventually, to growing up into Beast Machines to being the leader. Even though Optimus Primal was still there, he was kind of the de facto leader. But yeah, I'm rambling because I'm wasting time, because my videos are normally over 10 minutes long, and that I expected this to be faster. But nonetheless, said all I could say about Hotshot. There's some molded detail on the red bits, and the Cyberplanet key gimmick still works. So even though you barely see it in this mode. So thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. And I'll see you next time. Until then, stay sexy. Keep it weird.